I was 18, lost in a new city, when I stumbled into the thrift shop. The air was thick with the smell of old books and mothballs, and I was there because I had nowhere else to be. My parents' divorce had uprooted me from our small town. Home, where fireflies danced on summer nights, to this gray, noisy place where I felt like a shadow. I missed my friends, the porch where I'd sketch my dreams, the feeling of belonging. Now I was just Mia, a stranger in a cramped apartment, carrying a loneliness I couldn't shake. In a dusty corner, I saw it, a battered guitar case, covered, in stickers from cities I'd only read about, Memphis, Austin, New Orleans. Its leather was cracked, but it felt warm, like it held a story. I didn't play guitar, had no reason to buy it, but something pulled me to it, like a whisper I couldn't ignore. I handed over my last $20, my hands trembling, and lugged it home through the rain, the city's hum swallowing my footsteps. In my tiny apartment, with its peeling wallpaper and flickering lights, I opened the case. I expected it to be empty, just a relic of someone's forgotten hobby. Instead, a folded piece of paper slipped out, yellowed and soft, like it had been waiting for me. It was a handwritten song, titled For Lily, in smudged ink. The lyrics were raw, full of ache, about a girl with sunlight in her hair, a summer that ended too soon, a promise to keep singing no matter what. At the bottom, in careful script, Evan, 1998. My breath caught, my heart pounding as I read it again, the words sinking into me like rain into dry earth. Every night, I'd sit on my creaky bed, the city's noise fading outside, and unfold that song. The lyrics felt like they were written for me, echoing the hole in my chest where my old life used to be. Lily, you're the melody I can't forget, Evan wrote, and I wondered who she was, what broke them apart. I imagined Evan, maybe young like me, his hands shaking as he poured his heart onto this paper, hoping it would reach her. I felt him, his longing, his courage, and it made my own loneliness feel less heavy, like we were sharing it across time. I started carrying the song in my pocket, a secret talisman as I wandered the city's crowded streets. One day, I passed a street musician in the park, his guitar case open, coins glinting inside. His strumming was soft, like a memory, and I don't know why I stopped, but I pulled out the paper. "Can you play this?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. He took the paper, his fingers rough from years of playing, and squinted at Evan's chords. Then he strummed, and the melody came alive, haunting, tender, like a summer night. I'd never lived but could feel. I stood there, tears stinging my eyes, hearing Evan's heart in every note. A small crowd gathered, their faces soft, and for a moment, I wasn't alone. That song lit something in me. I needed to know who Evan and Lily were, why this song was left behind. I started asking around, my shyness giving way to a quiet fire. At the thrift shop, the clerk shook her head, but she remembered a guy dropping off the case years ago. Looked like he was letting go of something heavy. I visited coffee shops, open mics, anywhere musicians gathered, showing the song, asking if anyone knew an Evan from the 90s. Most shrugged, but their eyes lingered on the paper, like they felt its weight too. I'd sit in my apartment afterward, the song spread out under my desk lamp, and talk to Evan in my head. "Why didn't she hear this?" I'd whisper, my voice swallowed by the hum of the city. One night, at a dimly lit open mic in a basement cafe, I showed the song to an older musician, his beard flecked with gray. He read it, his fingers tracing the chords, and his face changed. "Evan Carter," he said softly. I played with him, back in '98. He wrote this for Lily, his high school sweetheart. They were going to run away together, but she left town. Suddenly, broke his heart. He stopped playing after that. My chest tightened. I asked if he knew where Evan was now, but he shook his head. He moved away. Never heard from him again. I left with more questions than answers, but Evan felt real now, not just a name on a page. I kept digging. At the library, I pored over old music flyers in their dusty archive, my hands shaking as I found one from 1998, a grainy photo of a young guy with a guitar, smiling wide, captioned Evan Carter at Riverside Park. It was him. I stared at his face, imagining him writing that song, his heart full of Lily. I took a photo of the flyer, my fingers trembling, and felt a pang of grief for a story I'd never fully know. I decided to learn guitar. I wasn't musical, but I wanted to carry Evan's song, to make it real. I watched YouTube tutorials, my fingers fumbling over strings, blisters forming as I practiced in my apartment. Each chord was a struggle, but it felt like a conversation with Evan, like I was keeping his promise alive. I'd play late into the night, the city quiet outside, and hum his melody, my voice shaky but growing stronger. One evening, I went to Riverside Park, where Evan used to play. The air was cool, the willows swaying, and I sat on a bench with the guitar case, my heart pounding. I'd practiced his song for weeks, and I wanted to play it here, where he'd stood. My fingers were clumsy, the chords uneven, but I sang, for Lily, for Evan, for the part of me that was starting to heal. A small crowd gathered, their faces glowing in the twilight, and I felt their eyes, not judging, but listening. When I finished, my voice cracked on the last note and the crowd clapped, soft and warm. An older man approached, his eyes misty. "That song," he said, his voice rough. "I haven't heard it in years. Evan was my friend. Lily moved away before he could. Play it for her. He left that song behind, hoping someone would find it." My heart stopped. I handed him the paper, my hands shaking. "This is yours then," I said. He took it, his fingers brushing the ink, and smiled, a sad, grateful smile that felt like closure. I walked home, the guitar case swinging at my side, the city's lights softer now. I didn't know if Evan or Lily ever found peace, but I'd carried their song, and it had carried me. I kept playing, kept singing, not just for them, but for me. Because somewhere in those chords, I found my own voice, my own light, in a city that no longer felt so gray.